clock here. So Evos, fast lockdown based semi-core, what's it gonna be? Okay, not so much on the lockdown there. Instead focusing on the fast with the Clockwork Shadow Fiend combo. I have not seen that combo in a long while because a lot of teams know how to counter it, and Bounty Hunter is one of the better counter picks for that combo. So we're gonna run one ad real quick and then we're gonna load in and see how this is gonna go.
XBet, best odds for esport and live betting. Unique gaming lines for all esport disciplines including Dota and CSGO. Casino and live dealers. Highest payouts. 100% bonus on your first deposit.
Okay, so draft-wise, I'd have to say that Evos are slightly favored, but the thing that kinda intrigues me is Panda on the puck. If I'm not mistaken, this is the same Panda that plays super greedy anti-mages and only right-clickers pretty much, so something's gotta be off here. I don't know, it might be a really ridiculous late game carry puck or some shit, I don't read. I mean, honestly, I do not know what to expect from Panda on the puck. I just don't. And TP, if they want to make this happen, the Prime, which still sounds like a damn steak name, maybe they're sponsored by a butcher or something. The Prime, the only real 1 pound steak, 100% pure Wagyu filet. Graded, graded as A5 beef. On a serious note, though, I wonder how they did think of that name. And another thing is the Prime don't seem to know the trick or the common strat. Either they don't seem to know it or they don't apply it, of playing around the Shadow Fiend Clockwork combo, which is, you know, going with a 5-man smoke into the enemy jungle or looking for those supports. And this is just gonna be equal runes here. Like, usually you go for an early kill because, you know, 3 people are sitting back in the base or near the base. Joker might get a courier snipe to kind of shut down the lane of Facehugger. That would be a good way of helping his team out, but look at that, going for the maximum souls. To just make sure Puck cannot outlast it and out-deny you. An early kill on Facehugger could really shut down this game here. But that's gonna be hard considering that he hits like a truck. Look at that. Joker getting bullied so low health. Now Clockwork is gonna come on in and ruin Panda's lane even more. Okay, there could be the early kill. Okay, nice. Good execution there from TP. They did get the early kill to kind of slow down the Shadow Fiend. It's not quite enough to get them in an advantageous position here, despite Shadow Fiend being a really high priority target right about now. Because, honestly, even if Panda has a really good lane, I'm still wondering how much it's gonna impact everything. And Rasman and R7, they kind of need a kill here. If you know, if Rasman starts to snowball, this game could go out of hand. But right now it's Sand King who is super fat and bullying Dex as well. Caustic finale. How Evil would love to go on Dex here and actually get a kill, but it's super risky without the Burrow Strike. And I mean, this Sand King is just gonna have on-point Blink Dagger timing. Unless Dex actually manages to enable a kill on him, which he is trying to do. Can't quite get the enchant totem off. And instead it's gonna be... There's the first kill for Rasman, and the first one of many, he hopes. As he's gonna try and run down the clockwork here, but will not succeed at doing so. The Weaver ultimate the Weaver Swarm keeping vision there, and that's gonna be a double kill for Fireboy. Maybe TP put themselves a bit too much on the clock here, I would dare say, if this game doesn't turn quickly. It's not a playstyle I'm used to seeing from them. They're usually way more slow, and I mean, we saw how well Rasman did on the Morphling. Like, yeah, he lost the game, but it wasn't really the Morphling's fault. Morphling did whatever he could, kind of balanced it out where he could. And to now give him an Urza, a hero where he needs to be early on aggressive, which really isn't a strong suit, I don't know. Bounty gonna go down. 2 Facehugger as well. TP. They are under a crap ton of pressure.
Missing bottom.
Here I am.
Okay, Evil. Low health with the lane rotation from Rasman and R7. If they can get the kill on the Sand King, it would be huge. Denying that good Blink Dagger timing. But right now it's just Shadow Fiend and Weaver, who are pretty much getting all the farm in the world. Up against Panda, who is slowly catching up. And Urza, who is not really getting done as much as he wants to. Let's see, how's Bounty Hunter's leveling going? He's at level 3, okay. Since, you know, TP, they are under a lot of pressure right now, which is honestly making me kinda nervous and tightened up, but on the other hand, it could turn the game around into a really favorable spot. So right now it's Joker who just needs experience. Missing top, and Sand King is gonna stun him up just like as he says that. And now Tuhoi on the edge apparition coming in as well. Okay, there we are with the shackles, but Urza couldn't quite get around there. And now instead it's gonna be R7 dying. Rasman still wants to make something happen, but instead it's gonna be a clockwork rotating in. Rasman gonna go down again. Oh, the disaster. I mean, I don't know, maybe... I really wonder why they gave Rasman and Urza. It's so not his hero. Usually TP they get one semi-momentum based core and one greedy core. Panda takes the greedy core. Rasman takes the core who farms till like 12 minutes or 14 minutes and then starts to fight to kind of create space for Panda. And on the Urza, even though it would fit that criteria, you aren't that good at laning. Meanwhile, Weaver just got annihilated there. Good return kill for Dex on the Earthshaker, who is gonna need to redeem his Blink Dagger timing here to a large extent. Okay, Fireboy getting a kill on Dex here. So Earthshaker, who has to redeem his Blink Dagger timing, is gonna have a hard time doing so. Or at least not as easy of a time as he would have thought. Meanwhile... Okay, I'm actually gonna switch over to Network so you guys can see how... And see, this is why I'm worried. This is not how TP operate. This is the first time I see them pick something like this. And honestly, even if they've practiced it a lot in scrims, it's often kind of the same playstyle every game of your opponent's team, unless they want to try new strats, but those are super inconsistent. Good kill here on Too High. Dex, gotta get away from that Weaver, and look at that, how much it matters, the swarm armor reduction. Dex not quite gonna go down here, and now Joker reveals himself, makes sure that Fireboy cannot commit to the chase there. Fissure as well. Good disengage, Shrine's down. So they both have to walk back though. And I wonder what the plan for Panda's gonna be. I mean... I'm not saying there's no chance for TP to win this, please. Don't mistake my doubt for a loss of hope. It's just that even if they win this, it's not gonna be the typical, oh my goodness, the 0 to 100 speed increase of the gameplay, which I like the Prime's playstyle for so much, so... At this point it's kind of relying on Bounty Hunter to get the level 6 and then go for a couple of track kills. Okay, Weaver got Echo Slammed there by Dax. How many creeps were nearby actually? Not a lot, but Bounty got a lot of experience out of that, so that's fine. Now level 5, soon to get that track online and try to turn the game around for TP.
Radiant are scanned.
Now Joker got caught. That's gonna shut down his level 6 speed. Solo kill there for the Clockwork as he accidentally connected with one of those cogs. Only a 1k advantage for Evos, but Evos got the late game as well as the laning stage advantage. So it's really gotta be the mid game where the Bounty Hunter has to make a lot of big track kills happen. That's pretty much what this game depends on. Will now being ran down. Meanwhile, Panda got a good kill on Facehugger there. So TP, they are signifying they're not out of this yet. Despite this not being their main playstyle, they say they can make it work here, get a really nice high value kill. In comes the first Ice Blast of the game.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Look at Fee-Boy, or Fi-Boy, that dive. And he just did it so calmly. He didn't even, you know, take any risks there. He was just like, okay, I got this kill. Earthshaker felt safe, attacked the... Well, I mean, either way, it would have been just as bad, I think. No way to escape a Weaver when he decides to do that, and he just gives an okay.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
A golden thread.
Gold and sweet.
Dire's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, so this looks like a really weird fight to take, and TB looks like TP, they agree with me here. That prime fillet of A5 Wagyu beef. I don't know. I should stop bullying them for their name, especially because I actually like their players and their playstyle a lot. Not this game, but nearly every other game. So I should not be mean to I should not be that mean to the prime.
Dire's top tower has fallen.
And I mean, right now they don't seem to be doing all that poorly anymore. Panda made a great recovery in the lane. Dex just gonna teleport out of there. There is no stun. Good call from him. And now Rasman gonna go for that early Roche to swing the tempo around in favor of TP Bounty. The level 6 is available, so now's the moment to strike. If we cannot outscale them, then we'll out-tempo them. In the prime, they can definitely make it happen. Okay, Edge Apparition down. Facehugger locked down. Hexed up to prevent that ultimate. Everything committed on him there, but that's 2 track kills, and the 3rd track kill is gonna come in as well. Holy crap. The prime getting the maximum over track value there. If they have any big cooldowns that they depend on other than the Echo Slam and the wards, and you don't really need those for a lot of those kills, especially not with the Hex. Okay, Weaver now able to get away. 3-man Ice Blast though, about to turn this fight around. That's 2 people dead. However, Weavers goes down in return. That's track kill. Can they get a track on the Sand King as well? Yes, they can. And this is how you profit off a Sand King ultimate, or Sand King what off a Bounty Hunter ultimate. And this is some great discipline from the Prime. They're just making sure Bounty Hunter tracks everyone up before they kill them, and now all of a sudden it was pretty much like, okay, I cast a kind losing faith in the Prime, a lot of the Prime fans losing faith in the Prime. And then it was like, oh boy, would you look at that, track came online. I don't know, that makes me happy, just to see that this game is actually going to be a close one and an interesting one at that.
Dire's structures are fortified.
Yes.
Dire's middle tower has been denied.
Okay, I think I'll just take a look at general items. Urza got Blink Dagger, Dex got Blink Dagger, Panda got Blink Dagger, R7 will probably purchase a Blink Dagger. Joker is gonna go for a really good timed mech here. Meanwhile, on the side of Evos, Fireboy, he is actually able to dish out a lot of damage if he does not get chain stunned up. As for Facehugger, he is all of a sudden kind of struggling, but that Shadow Blade, which he just purchased, is gonna help him turn that around, or at least so he hopes. Vil did have good Blink Dagger timing though. Echo slamming and jamming. Okay, the Shadow Fiend ultimate will trigger, but it's so far only a kill on the Earthshaker. Meanwhile, another track kill. Another track thrown on the Clockwork. Can they track up the Weaver as well? Yes, they can. So which one are they going to chase for? It looks like the Weaver with Panda on and his Blink Dagger. They should be able to lock him down. Not quite there yet, but they still have the track up, and Philboy. Let's see, can he get away? Looks like he is not gonna be able to track kill, and Rasmus even got in range to get some of that track gold up. Delicious. Another 1.5k gold swing, the third one in a row. The Prime, they can just keep this going. And I mean, unless Evos find some kind of split push farm, the Prime are really gonna turn this game back around.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, so Tuhoi might go down as a track kill, but not yet. Shadow Fiend is looking to man fight up there. Everybody, including the courier, getting low health but getting out of there. Meanwhile, on the other side, looks like Panda's gonna get caught. So all of a sudden, the track aggression for the Prime no longer going that smoothly for the time being, and now Dex. I mean, I said Weaver was able to output a lot of damage if he doesn't get locked down. Well, he didn't get locked down. So that's that. And at this point, okay, they do find the dust, and okay, they found Joker. Can they interrupt the TP in time though? Burst strike? No! Of the target there! So close as well. They almost had it. But now Evos are on the good way to get them back in the game. STP just lost their giant advantage. I do like TP showing that they're not just slow and... Okay, that deny from Facehugger there. Pretty much perfect. Now just gonna farm up all of those delicious Serpent wards. That's like 2 creep waves worth of farms swinging around for Facehugger there. Gonna enable him to get some of those core items up, and he decides to leave those 100 gold lying around as they want to smoke and make sure TP does not get another chance to push the aggression like that. R7 went down as well.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom
Evos, they're not quite getting huge value, but they do have the late game advantage. Facehugger is about to go raid boss mode at this rate in no time. And once he reaches the raid boss mode, as I like to call it. And I mean, honestly, it kinda is raid boss mode. I do not think there's a better term for it. Because he is gonna be chain stunned, everybody has to... Okay, track up on Facehugger trying to shut him down. Instead he's gonna turn onto Dex, and Dex goes down. Didn't get the Echo Slam off there in time. Now Panda locks down Shadow Fiend here. Shadow Fiend was about to get swapped by the Urza. Clockwork takes one for the team there. Or maybe doesn't even have to with the perfect anti-apparition stun coming in. Now, Facehugger is gonna go down. Will enable 1 return kill, 2 return kills there actually on Joker and R7. But the Urza is still alive, so the high value target was kept standing there from TP, and they did get track kills, so... Kinda evening out the gold net worth despite a 3-for-2 trade. And what's Weaver up to? I haven't checked on him for quite a while. Okay, so he wants an early BKB. Just outlast TP's early game aggression.
Gold and sweet.
Somebody in the chat mentions overkill betting. What exactly are the rules for that one? I'm not familiar with that. I usually just bet for winner. If somebody could enlighten me, that would actually interest me, because You know, if overkills just one team has an X% or an X kill advantage above the other team, then there is a lot of games which will go overkill. So please enlighten me on the rules. Meanwhile, this game's kind of quiet. Panda. Weird way of playing the puck there with the TP boots, but I have faith in him. It's Panda. He has that insane split push game going on for him.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Okay, and while the game's getting evened out, Facehugger, he's farming up. He's slowly but surely getting there in the prime. They just showed how well they're able to force aggression, and now Trek almost coming out at level 2. At level 2 Trek should enable them to go for another aggression push to try and get this game in their favor. Sand King getting Dream Coiled up there. We'll just break the coil as there is a TP coming in from that Weaver who actually hits like a truck right now. Ice Blasts. Kinda off the mark. They just try to bait somebody in the Ice Blast under the tower to get a good team fight off there. If not, that's kinda fine. But it looks like
Radiant's top tower is
Avil might be going down sooner rather than later. Okay, the prime, they thought it was bait as well, so not gonna go in there. And instead just gonna focus on ratting down the bottom tower.
Dire's middle tower is under attack. Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, and it looks like Evos, they are coming in there with a smoke rotation, with a TP. They do want to keep this tower safe somehow, which is not going to be an easy feat. And the tower went down. Can they at least get a couple of return kills? Because they could have gone for a Roche, did not go for it, so... Well, that's R7, he's not high value, but look at that. Now Rasman, that's a kill you would want. And Separation is going to go down though, as you do not poke an angry bear. Bears get really angry when threatened. But even an angry bear can get shot down. Meanwhile, Dex, they do spot him out, hookshot in there. 3 for 1 in a tower. About an even trade here. I would say that's kind of neutral. I mean, neutral trades are still slightly favored for Evos because Evos got the late game, but it could have been far worse for either team. I mean, if Evos would have failed to get a return kill out of that, TP would have been in a spot where they could have, you know, with a way more open map, gone for a smoke gank, track level 2 to enable more gold swing around, so those return kills were desperately needed for Evos. But on the at the same time, on the other, English is freaking hard. Wait, let me take a sip of water real quick. But on the other side of that argument at the same time, that's what I wanted to say. So counterintuitive. But okay, the point I was trying to make is that if Team Evos would have defended their tower there, or gotten a Roche, or, you know, just gotten more kills, either one of those, because if you get like one more kill out of that, you could have contested Roche for free. It would have really given an advantage to that Shadow Fiend raid boss with an Aegis. You gotta shut him down twice, which is nearly impossible at this stage of the game for TP, especially with Clockwork there to protect him. And now Roche is up. The Roche is gonna get worked on at maximum speed. Pillboy with the Swarm, gonna scout that out. The Clockwork there tried to deliberately hookshot past the Roche pit instead of in it to, okay, look at that, Weaver now with his BKB procced. gonna start fighting there. It's so far just Earthshaker for Sand King trade. That's completely fair, as both of them had kind of the equal item timing there. Meanwhile, Facehugger getting a kill on Russman. That's huge. TP. They really wanted that Roche kill, didn't quite get it. And now Evos all of a sudden back to a really good spot to be in. I mean, I do hope that TP make a comeback. It's not that hard, because look at Panda's level. Soon there's gonna be a 7-slotted puck giving out moon shards left and right, helping the supports by a lot of stuff. But honestly, that's one of those things I never see, which kind of makes me sad. The puck plus silencer. If there's any other, you know, pro player, currently watching this stream or watching this, or watching the VOD of this stream or through the ticket, the replay, you know, please add me on Steam and just try puck plus like mid lane puck plus silencer support. It's great. It's ridiculous, because silencer can always become a bit of a semi carry, but only when you got money to spare. A lot of heroes don't have money to spare. Even with a bounty hunter, you still don't have that much money to spare. If we look at Shadow Shaman in this game, he's a decent proof of that. He got a 4-staff, yes, but it's not like he doesn't have to buy wards anymore. It's not like he can, next to wards, build some really big items. But with a puck, once puck starts taking over buying those wards, the silencer can snowball into a carry, because all of your money is going to be money for core items. Puck doesn't need any last hits anymore, so you only got one core with whom you need to share the last hits. It's great, and it's so underestimated. With the Dream Coil as well, you'll get a good position for the silencer to enable him to steal lots of int. But enough about theoretical drafts here, let's talk about the practical draft. As TP and ND, they are trying to get some good push in with the Shadow Shaman Serpent wards. Panda getting out of there perfectly. Meanwhile, Bounty dishing out some decent damage with the Shuriken. Dream Call got broken there. Vlaiku is gonna go down. The big raid boss Sheriff's still alive though. Dex went down. Now R7 is gonna go down. Tried to enable his team to turn around, and then saw, oh shit, there's not just 1 or 2 heroes, there's 3 of them. No way I can get a shackle initiation here, and went down. At least he managed to get in there before his team just ran in and blindly followed him. So it could have been worse, and that tier 3 almost down. So Evos could take a really favorable trade if they were to secure the tier 3 here for themselves, but will not be able to do so. Even with the Aegis, they are kinda careful here.
Twice the cutting power. Bountiful.
Okay, so we're gonna see Joker run it. We're gonna see Joker go down to Facehugger here. Bounty Hunter is just a Bounty Hunter. He's not... I mean, that's the struggle of Bounty Hunter. You get insanely good momentum, you get that insanely good gold printer, but as a drawback, he's kind of worthless in late game. Not completely worthless with this build. Guardian Greaves probably gonna get a sheep stick, so he's kind of gonna offer you a lot of utility, but not gonna be able to do any damage, not gonna be able to turn around any big team fights unless some hero makes the mistake of running it blindly into a sheep stick. Which, of course, you know, it's not like he's completely worthless, but he does fall off really hard compared to most other heroes.
Yes.
Haste.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Gold and sweet.
Radiant's top tower is under attack. Radiant's top tower has fallen.
Some retting going on there for the Prime. Meanwhile, R7, who tried to do some retting of his own, might actually be able to get away. Look at that. What a jump with the 4-step, but there's 4 people on the chase. No way he can get out because he just ran back into vision. If that jump... Okay, he's gonna go down, but if that jump would have positioned him here, which is possible, but really hard to pull off, I think that is what he was trying to go for. He would have been a way better spot. Meanwhile, Joker gonna go down again, and... While that's happening, Panda. This is why I was so worried about him playing the puck. He's so good at ratting. He's so good at finding that farm, just like Rasmus was on the Morphling. And Puck doesn't Puck doesn't really excel at pushing down towers at an insane rate.
In your debt. Do it with flair.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Okay, this could be a return kill if they somehow kill a facehugger here. Urza swatting him down, managing to mitigate that big ultimate there with the ultimate of his own. The Ice Blast is gonna make it impossible for Urza to lifesteal up there, which he really relies on, so... Urza forced to buyback, now Panda is about to go down, manages to phase shift out for the time being, but Field Boy still making a lot of things happen. Meanwhile, Sand King just suicide with an epicenter. So you did bait a buyback from the Urza. You did get a tier 3 and your that lucky bash though. I was about to say, and you did get your morphing out, so that's value, but now Rasmus on an ultra kill. So he got value from his buyback instead, and look at that. Evos went like this, and then all the way back to this. Good buyback there, that's how they're supposed to be used. Will there be a next game after this? If you mean a best of 3, yes. Let me check the schedule real quick.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Okay, so at 1.5 hours from now, we're gonna see a best of 3 in the Southeast Asia Cup here. It's gonna be 10-20 versus RRQ.
Radiant structures are fortified.
Okay, meanwhile, this could be the return tier 3 that TP and ND need.
Bottom tower has fallen.
And they actually might be able to get those racks if they get it somehow. Okay, the racks almost dead. They do get the racks here. So far haven't lost anyone. Okay, they're gonna lose Dex here, but Dex just accepts his fate, runs back in. Didn't even have anything to lock the enemies down there. Panda trying to get out of there. Bounty Hunter might have to sacrifice himself to allow the high... Okay, Puck should be fine. Instead, gonna get a return kill on Vlaiku, who kinda underestimated Puck's insane burst damage. Bounty and Earthshaker lost for Medirex. That's fair. That's just a trade you're really glad to take. And Trucker Punk, it will be played right after this best of 3, if the best of 3 goes to a third game. Otherwise, we're gonna have a bit of a break. Okay, we gotta pause. I'm not sure how long the pause will be because I would really love to get myself some coffee, but I'm just gonna sit here with you guys. Well, you know, slowly dying of lack of caffeine. But look at the builds. Fireboy, he went for Skadi. He wants to go for more pickups. He wants to go for more insta kills. Meanwhile, Facehugger, he seems to be going for the butterfly. Evasion generally not considered all that good for the Urza. If we take Urza's net worth into consideration and the fact that MKB is a good item on him in general, because with that much attack speed, the mini stuns are actually gonna have way more effect. Okay, Go's gonna be called. Okay, so it looks like the aggression has ceased for a moment. I wonder if TP have any way of knowing that Shadow Fiend is gonna go Butterfly here. If they do, then this could be really bad, because look at Urza's farm. Meanwhile, Joker, not smart to walk that way. Even if you want this ward, you just walked up a high ground with 4 people there. I mean, honestly, the win condition for both teams is kind of obvious.
Yes.
For team the Prime NND, it's win one big team fight, grab another lane of Medirex, and just starve your opponent of any potential gold. And for Evos, it's really easy. Prevent that from happening and go late game. With the Roche, which did not get contested by TP NND, despite them actually having the lineup to do so. I mean, they didn't have vision, to be fair, but I think they would have really loved to. Get a nice little Roche going there. Also, what do people mean by freaking DDoS when they're talking about Dota? Like, seriously, guys. What do you, like, do you just DDoS somebody's router, then you need their IP? And that, like, do you mean generally liking them? Or do you mean DDoSing the game coordinators or whatever? What do you DDoS and how do you DDoS it? Because DDoS is a really general term. Please specify before just saying it. Meanwhile, look at that, the Ice Blast completely off the mark. Urza just gonna teleport out of there with the ultimate. Not a good fight for... Okay, now actually might be a good fight for TP, since they did just deny the big epicenter. R7 on the Shadow Shaman is gonna go down, didn't even put down the wards. I wonder if he didn't want to or didn't get to. Okay, freaking nuked. That synergy though from Vlaiko and Facehugger there is gonna get them that super high value kill on Panda. Meanwhile, the bottom range tracks died, but bottom range tracks aren't that important. It's Medirex that TP are after. One more lane of Medirex. And it's not like they shouldn't be able to find them, it's just that it's gonna be difficult because you need a good team fight beforehand, and even then there might be buybacks. Okay, Facehugger gonna go down. Now the Weaver, he's carrying Aegis, so you need to kill him twice in a row, but after that kill on Facehugger, the main damage dealer is out. Boy? I keep wanting to call him Phil Boy actually. But Boy on the Weaver managing to juke out of there. Now Vlaiku gonna go down to Panda, too high. Killed off R7 there. Oh, he got sniped. What a snipe it was, but the Rex did get held from the Prime. They can try to bait a Shadow. They can try to bait out a Shadow Fiend buyback. If they get one more kill, it would be huge. Also, Urza, why does he only have part of the Alpine Ravager? He only has the hat. Which, I don't argue against only having the hat, but with this loaded, I like the claws a lot. Like the 3 claw Urza, because you can never have enough bladed items tied to your hand, unless you want to scratch your butt, you know. Then it might be kind of painful. You know what else is painful? Ice Blast to the face of a puck. And the frustrating part is Panda has been sitting around that level 25 for a long time, but never quite got to level 25.
Double damage.
Okay, Rasmus attempting to get out of there, but that attempt denied. BKB proc, Urza ultimate proc as well as invisibility. He's just gonna get away. The Burrow Strike onto 3, but not on the Urza. Now the Serpent Wards are committed. Dex is about to go down. Doesn't have mana for the Echo Slam with Weaver hitting him. Now the Serpent Wards are just gonna get farmed here. They do give Urza some time to heal back up. Dex buying back. He wants that Echo Slam. 2 hit onto somebody. Facehugger does have buyback up still, but Weaver actually doesn't. That's a bit of a risky decision.
Jackpot.
Pew.
Dire's bottom shrine has fallen.
I like the sound effect. It's one of the better ones. And the Weaver without buyback, can they somehow kill him off? No, they can't. Instead, it's gonna be Urza dying. Oh no, this is probably... Okay, Panda getting 1 return kill out of there, but it's just Panda against the world right now. R7, if they can get the kill on him. No, a bit too late with the snipe there. Bounty Hunter forced to buyback. So it's 3 against 4. Even with the high ground advantage. With these heroes, it doesn't matter that much. And now Puck, GG. It's GG, guys. I mean...
Dire's middle tower has fallen.
This is like 80 seconds, yeah, Eto GG.
Dire's middle barracks are under Dire's
I mean, I do like the fact that we saw a really different side, you know.
Dire's bottom barracks. Dire's middle
A very different playstyle from the Prime here.
Dire's bottom barracks has fallen.
But I think they should have stuck with their traditional playstyle. With their traditional playstyle, I mean, even with 3 stand-ins, the first game with traditional TPN and D playstyle went really well. Now the second game with the very different, not their main comfortable late game. Let's just, you know, stall the game playstyle. Didn't quite succeed because they failed to put on the aggression here. They gave Evos 2 big here. Look at this. They gave Evos 2 really big chances to get good advantages going, and that kind of cost them in the end. I don't think it has to do with skill. I think it has to do with TPN and D's choice of playstyle here. If you have a team really skilled at doing one thing and you try doing another thing because your opponent won't expect it and because your opponent seems to be kind of weak to it, then it's always the question, is the opponent's weakness better than your affinity?